Well, good evening and welcome to yet another Friday edition here for the Black Table. My name is Mazino Peel, and of course, I'm bidding you welcome into the world of men. As usual, this is where we have no holds barred. We discuss issues that have happened all through the week the way men do. Well, while we're drinking. I'm not going to be doing that alone because, I mean, what kind of a night would that be if I was drinking all alone? Let me introduce my guest by starting from my left. Of course, you'd only find him when he comes around because business is slow, and when we give him the opportunity, it spikes up again. Everybody needs a deck in their lives. Mr. Deck, you are welcome, man.
Thank
Good
you
to have
very
you.
much. Please, I need all the business. Bring it. I'm very humble. Help my life, please.
Yo, man.
Thank
Been
you
a
so
while
much.
since we've seen you.
I am really honored
been
to
up
be
and
here.
around.
Yes, I've
It's
been
good-
around.
good to have you back.
Around the world, been around the world. Yeah.
I know that track,
You
yeah?
know.
To my right, well, his biceps might not be from push-ups. In fact, we hear that from pull-outs. Mr. Kunle Shokubi is in there.
What a way to start.
But you get the biceps anyway.
Why didn't you talk about business when it came to my son? Okay.
King of Asuwama, by the way. Nigel Butcher himself, Kunle Shokubi. How's that? Better,
Good to
yeah?
be here.
It's
Better.
all good.
all
And then
good.
our last but not the least personality in the house, some people call him the Big Brother reject. We manage him here on
Keep
the
handing
show.
it to everybody. Don't worry. Your turn will come.
Mr. Olave Jean-Luc Picard, not Picard, is in the house. And of course, if you notice anything different about him, hey, he's auditioning. What can I say?
This happened.
Oh, really?
From,
You are?
From the fuel I put on myself last week.
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
now he's
yes.
homeless and he can do pretty much anything.
I can tell you.
Homeless.
He's like,
Nice one.
The bonds
We
will
can
be
say
there.
we can say that that after job is paid.
The
Yeah.
good thing is that I've got rich friends like you, so I have someone to put my head
of course.
Teaser.
In any case, we have a very interesting topic for you guys, and we're hoping that you guys can sink your teeth into it. We're going to be asking you guys this very interesting question here, which is our main topic we'll visit at the end of the show. Ladies, is it true that you guys actually prefer bad boys to rich guys? I don't know. I'm the messenger. I wouldn't be giving most of my opinion here. I'll be letting these gentlemen actually tell us. Let's take a very short break. When we get back, we've got many other stories that we're going to touch on before our main story. We'll be back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
And of course, you are welcome. It is time to get into these stories for today. We've got a couple of quick fires that we're going to be inviting you guys to also take part in by using the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. First of all, guys, over the week, did you guys see the post? It kind of like went viral of this young, very young, less than 35-year-old Nigerian pilot who's been accused of sexually harassing ladies across Nigeria. In fact, when the first story hit, and then other stories, videos actually hit social media of him being harassed by ladies of alternate means, requesting for their monies
Your spec.
after he had taken their services. I know you saw that now, Lamide, didn't you? Why are you laughing? Didn't I tell it correctly?
I'm laughing because of what Kunle said. He said
Yes,
you're
no.
spec.
He's just trying to get back. They always do this.
I'm not trying
It's
to
not my
get back. I know.
In any case, we talked about this guy,
Yeah,
this
we
young
did.
pilot. He's come under so much fire because of what seems to be a penchant for women. Whether we like it or not, it's not the first time he's done it. This other lady actually tells us a story about him insisting to come over to her place even after she had told him no. Eventually he did. And then what transpired, she documented in a very long post telling about how he would forcefully shove her because she denied him sex. And then other stories followed with voice notes and stuff like. So it's a thing that he seems very comfortable finding himself in these situations. However, there was one situation where you and I, Olamide, were talking about the fact that how come that in most of these situations it would seem that plenty of conversations have gone on, and then it's at that point where you are pretty much like perhaps saying these activities should happen, and then it's denied him. What about the responsibility of the other party? The ladies is what I'm asking. If you see somebody with these kinds of tendencies, it's not a flag already. And what should you do? Does it have to get all the way up into your bedroom before you start yelling foul? Is the question. Kunle, you have a very quizzical look on your face.
I'm just trying to weigh in on.
Dissect
know.
the issue. Yeah, because
It's
Let me go in a bit more. You know this guy's like this. You've perhaps seen the signs. However, you let matters carry on until perhaps maybe it's in your own home or in your bedroom or in any bedroom. Why let it get so far is the question we're asking.
Okay, so the thing is this, I would speak from a third-party perspective. Now, I'm not the lady, I'm not the guy, so I can't necessarily say that this is what it is or that's what it is. But based on what you have said, you need to understand that people or ladies, a lot of the time, ignore signs, right? Now, you see that a guy is aggressive towards, little things. You ignore it, right? You see that, you asked him for a particular thing. He was a bit aggressive in his response, in his demeanor, and all of that, and you ignore it. He invites you to his place,
And you come.
and you don't come,
Oh, you don't?
and he goes AY on you. You ignore it.
Red
The
flag.
day that you will go to his house and you say no to him, he will get physical with you. So what you must understand as a lady is what you will not.
The guy sounded like he's been there, done that before.
Instead of like in what?
Like he's been there, done that
Oh
before.
yes,
Oh, yeah, no,
oh, yes.
yeah.
So I have been there.
Oh, you mean him?
Yeah!
So I have been there. And I'll
Jesus.
tell you, I have been there. But the problem with me is I'm too proud to beg anybody.
You don't.
So I'm going to be just honest with you. I'm too proud to. So if you tell me no,
That's it.
my pride will not even allow me even look at you.
beg.
I will even leave you and go to somewhere else to go and sleep because I didn't want to see you. Because if I've agreed to be with you, we have agreed to be with one another. I invite you. You made your way to my house.
There must have been some connection.
There must have been a
Actually,
chemistry.
from
There
the
must have been an
beginning.
agreement
Yes,
of this some sort.
yes.
All right.
Situation.
So
Yeah.
if we're
I
getting
wanna
to
hear
that
Olaminde's
point,
input.
you understand what I'm saying? So I mean,
I,
Olamide, let me hear you.
I believe that there should be rules of engagement
Absolutely.
Oh
generally
my goodness.
in any
In
type of
terms, rules of
situation.
engagement.
Yes, rules of engagement. It's simple.
Oh yes, I
Rule,
agree.
my first rule number one for me is that when you meet a guy, you like the guy, you try to build some sort of friendship, get to know him. You don't fast forward and end up in his home.
I agree.
In this particular story, she went back to his place, and
Or
she hardly knew him.
Or she
She-
omitted the part where there was an agreement
Yeah.
for her to get to his place.
Well, when we
No,
tell
no, no, wait,
stories,
wait,
we
wait.
always
So,
tell
yeah.
convenience
So
of
that's
things.
what I'm saying. That's why I say rules of engagement. Now, on social media, everyone has called out the guy and all that. But in actual sense, when you look at what played out, I feel, and it's just my opinion, I might get into trouble, that any woman who chooses to follow a guy home,
Yeah.
whatever happens,
Takes responsibilities for.
you should take responsibilities.
You
for
will
it.
definitely get into trouble.
Let's just say there's a measure of responsibility.
Because, and the reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm saying is this. Wait,
No, no, I'm trying to help him here. Let's
Wait,
just say there's a measure
let
of
me say it the way I want to say
Testosterone is
it.
gonna
Because
kick in
because
at
the
some
thing is
point.
this. The thing is
Like
this.
it or not,
The
so
thing
that's
is
trying to
this.
help him.
We've seen. No, don't help me. Let me get into trouble. You see, the thing is this. Yeah, we've seen many situations whereby women have found themselves in dangerous, moments,
in
even with
precarious
people they
situations,
trust,
right.
people they feel comfortable around.
Yes.
So when you now start making choices like, okay, I'm going to go home with this guy, he likes me, we've talked, I've told him he's not going to touch me or whatever. What you've done is you've handed your power over to him by going to his home. So everything that happens, it's funny to me because for me, I don't see the guy as being the guilty one. I feel she made some very wrong choices by
real
going back
quick,
to his
real
place.
quick.
Yeah,
Finally
really,
on that.
I really like that point that you just gave us.
Raised.
You see, in that same light, did you realize that this same week, another story came out of a guy, a lady who came out and said that, she was harassed by a particular guy, obviously because, something didn't go her way.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
yeah.
this guy came out and gave a
His own side.
descriptive analysis
actually
of
what
what
happened.
happened. And then the narrative changed. Now, the people who were, running
Ranting.
AY and screaming and all of that now said that, so what's wrong with this girl? Some people said that she
changed
has
sides.
bipolar. It was not. Do you understand what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I'm going to let us get
So
back to
it's
that
important-
topic at the
it's-
end of the show
yes,
because
please.
I'm expecting your comments. If
Yes,
you use the
please.
hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. Let's get on now to a topic where Kunle can at least say something. Now, this is a message that was sent in on, I think, this was Threads, and it reads, this is going to shock you guys, so prepare yourselves. It says, I'm a hijabite.
Oh God.
In my early 20s, I'm still a virgin, but I have had anal sex with over 20 men, and they give me head that I enjoy. But I'm keeping my vagina for my husband, she says. Hope there won't be any repercussion.
But the
Yes.
a-hole is open for business.
I want my husband to meet me a virgin, but most men
you
won't
say
date
but?
without sex. She said, but most men won't date without sex. So, what's wrong here?
Everything.
Is something?
My own is, why did you have to say I'd have something to say about that?
No, I'm saying that you would have something. It's like, okay, no,
I
no,
don't
vex, no
understand.
vex. No, vex. But there's something wrong here. There's something misplaced
You should
here.
tell us.
Maybe we should define what a virgin is.
I mean,
By definition, a virgin is a person who has never been penetrated. So would you consider alternative penetration as this virgin being getting
oh,
this
hell
virgin?
no. I don't think that person is a virgin by my standards.
Why are we even talking about this?
Exactly.
It's
as
very
in-
confusing.
So you know the thing is this. I don't even know how to even attack this particular issue because I'm looking
Not
at
from
it
the
that-
back.
Because I'm trying to understand why she's even talking about this in the first place. Now, you decided that, I mean, you know what? Even if we were supposed to, maybe if you mistakenly did
You're
it with like maybe,
confused,
no,
like
no,
you're
it's like, if
We're
you-
all
the
confused.
first three
If you did
people,
it,
we're all
if the first three
with
people
three-
mistakenly,
mistakenly, that's okay. We'll say that you're not, I mean,
but then
maybe,
you went to the fifth,
because
the
you have
10th.
done 5, 6, 7 to 10 to 20, you are not even a
No, that's
virgin
a pro.
anymore.
Okay,
You
can I say
cannot be a
something?
virgin anymore.
And this is not
Because
really
I
an
believe
opinion.
that somebody would have mistakenly.
This is not really an opinion, but let me just say, perhaps maybe it's because of the pressures the society or religion places on being a virgin that causes certain people to believe that there might be alternatives, and if I'm not going to do it the conventional way, I might as well just,
No, that's a walk.
you know.
so this is
no,
so
I'm,
funny.
That's a
look
walk
at
way
it
of
from
thinking.
that.
You said she's
From-
an Ijabite, right?
Yes, she says.
She wears
so I'm
hijab.
talking about the pressures now, right?
right.
Especially religious.
Religiously, I want to believe that she's no longer a virgin because the truth is this: most of these things starts from the mind, religiously. All right. If you're saying that you're not a sinner, right, and you look at yourself and say that, okay, I'm not a sinner, but you're doing the things that make you a sinner. In your heart of heart, you know that you're not, a saint. You know that you're a sinner. So I believe that personally, just tell her to just go and do it and save herself the stress because
No.
So
She's
the
not
Tell her-
a
tell her-
virgin.
tell her
reeks
to
of
abstain
hypocrisy.
completely. That's
Let's
that's
just
reeks
very
of
allow her to
hypocrisy.
do it.
No,
Why are you
that's
wasting your
so-
time?
so-
Tell her to
You are doing it from the back.
completely.
This is the difference between the back and
the
the
back,
front.
the front,
Oh,
whatever, the entire thing reeks of hypocrisy. And
Exactly.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
You see, I just discovered certain things about the Islamic religion.
There are other holes? Sorry.
That's the thing.
And I know for a fact that even the so-called acts that she got herself
Is
involved with,
also haram.
it's frowned
Uh-huh.
upon.
It's haram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for her
Exactly.
to ask questions,
If
for
not
me,
even worse.
she has to be the most naive person or the dumbest
Yeah, so
person in
for
the
For
her,
her
world.
that's
to ask the
but you
question,
see-
she feels guilty.
Kunle,
and
do
she
you
knows
agree
that
with me?
she's-
Isn't that another
she's-
thing?
she's
I mean,
done
she's
it.
20 years old. She feels she's doing
Damn, I
something.
missed that
No,
part
she said
actually.
she's in her
20
early
years
20s.
She's
old.
not early 20s. Yeah,
Early
this is 20s.
20s.
20 years old. Look, you said naivety. We mentioned religion. I'm thinking here. Maybe it's the fact it's
Naivety,
from.
and you know about getting it from the back.
No,
You
no,
know-
no. I mean,
there's no
these,
naivety
most some of
there,
these things are
please.
Remember, she
intuitive.
also,
Some of
she,
these
she
things
also,
are
she also
Nah.
described
Go
oral
ahead.
sex.
Oh, come on.
They're very nice.
she's
If
pretty
you're in the
much
wrong
done it
crowd,
all.
you
So
will.
let me ask you a question. Somebody that gets head. What if this
Wait,
guy
can we just
mistakenly
tell her
put the
that she's
tongue
not
in
a
it?
virgin and end this?
Exactly.
She's not a virgin.
She's not a
Yeah.
virgin.
Wherever you are,
She's
She
not a
forget about
virgin.
it.
Collective submission. You're not a virgin.
Abstain.
Let's just put it that way.
Abstain. Abstain.
No,
All right,
And
okay.
good luck to her future husband.
because you enjoyed it.
Let's move on now to
Come on now.
our next quick fire here. And quick fire indeed is what they are. That's why they're real quick. Now, this is a very interesting one, and I don't know if any of us here is equipped to absolutely answer. We might be able to give our own submissions, but I think the answer might not lie here on this black table. Let me read this out. At KHV I don't know what kind of name it is. She says on Twitter, I hate being a mother. It's one of my biggest regrets, and nobody can convince me that it's worth it, ever. Being a mother is very overwhelming. I hate it, and if I could turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't have been a mother. It doesn't mean I hate my child, however, she goes on to say. It was towards the end of the 3rd trimester when I realized that I just ruined my life. I wanted to give her away by after birth, and 8 months later, we're here. I'm giving her the best life. Do I hate her? No. Will I do anything for her? Yes. Would I do this again? Absolutely not. She continues to wax lyrical about being exhausted and all of that. I see one thing here. What they call that thing? Postpartum
Yeah.
Postpartum
depression.
Depression.
Is that
Yeah.
simple, isn't it?
Yeah, so you know the thing is this, right? A lot of the time when or some women when they give birth like that, they have this postpartum depression and everything, and that involves when they just get tired for no reason, right? They're just exhausted with the entirety of the whole birth concept.
Motherhood, all
You
of
understand
that.
motherhood and all of that. It doesn't mean that they don't care for their children or they don't love their children. Matter of fact, I think research also finds out that those kind of mothers eventually even love the kids
Oh,
more.
interesting.
You understand? Because I believe that, she's saying all of these things
She's only-
right
it's only
now
8 months since after being
based
a
on
mother,
what
yeah.
is going on around her at the moment. There's a possibility that this idea
Do you think that kind of person
these
has
things,
a social community around her trying to support? Because
Oh,
the kind of
so-
words
so
you say, I'm
in-
thinking
in
you
the
would
world
never
right
help
now,
her
basically
out.
thinking
we have different people,
Yeah.
who support different things, right? Now, some people, in fact, the truth is this, if we're going to be totally honest, what she's saying, some people are of this opinion. Some people don't, in fact, some people marry, with the idea that I don't want to have kids. It's an agreement between people. A lot of people, not even people abroad, we're talking about Nigerians. I know Nigerians who say, I don't want kids. I'm marrying for convenience. I'm not
Let me
getting
add
married
another
for
fact
children.
there. Did you know that this postpartum
Depression.
Yeah.
depression thing actually goes beyond just the first few years of being a mother?
Oh, yes.
There are cases where way into 18 years after, 20 years
yes.
after, you still
yes.
have postpartum depression, and you're not
Yes.
really like you're not really fully.
So I'm
healed.
reading something here just to
Okay.
support what you
Yeah.
said. Those who develop postpartum depression are at a greater risk of developing major depression later on in life. It's a serious mental issue. It's not something that people should look away from. It's something that if you notice that someone is going through stuff like that, get them some serious help.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then what kind of help? Where do we get that
I
kind of
mean,
help from?
there-
show
there are
some-
lots
show
of
some
There
love
professionals
to
are
out there.
professionals who can handle it. In fact, it's so bad that there are some mothers who literally don't even want to see their kids. They will literally kick them. They will do all
Yeah.
manner of. So of course, people around them are saddled with responsibility of taking that child away from them because at that point, that child is literally repulsive to them.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's
so
the word
it
actually.
is- yes.
I heard that it can be that bad.
Yes, it can be that bad. So it's not. Nobody is judging this lady. All right,
Absolutely
it is
not.
just a feeling.
Absolutely not.
It's just some.
Maybe
It's just
couple
an
of-
emotion.
I
It's just an
think-
emotion that needs
men,
managing.
We also have
It's
a-
it's an
a role
emotion
to
that
play
needs
in
managing.
this.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
a lot of times, in many documented cases, there's always this loneliness, some form of being left alone that plays out when women go through this. When they don't feel loved, they don't feel appreciated, they feel that they're struggling, and there's no one to go to, and that's why I feel a lot of men really need to take note. Look at what they can help with. If your partner is going through this, a friend, a sister, whatever, if you're observant enough, you would know that there's something going on.
Yeah.
Talk to this person. If you can get help, because in today's world, I mean, we all can just access certain information. However, it has to be diagnosed by a medical
professional.
professional. But if you see the symptoms,
Yeah.
please
Well, there you
don't
know what
look
to
away.
do.
It's
Don't
serious.
look away. Yeah.
Because I mean, there was a case in the U.S. like 3 weeks ago, whereby a woman was finally charged for the murder of her children, and
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, she drowned them, and it's something that started quite a long time back.
Yeah. Well,
Long
very
before-
sad to read.
Funny enough,
before
can
it
I ask
gets-
this question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do men actually go through that phase as well?
Do we go through that phase?
Okay, so
in our wallets.
well, I won't say, so the thing is, you see, these things, you know, go round and round in circles. And I'll tell you why. You see, there are
And I have to
number,
ask,
there are
sorry,
a number
I have to
of
ask because
things.
I've not actually seen any
No,
man
no, no.
or
So,
anyone
so
come
I,
out to say,
I don't
I'm feeling that
I
way.
don't even
think
But
there's
I'm
anything
sure
called
there'll be some
moments
men that
like
go
that.
through that.
postpartum depression for men. I don't think there's anything like that. However,
It might not be called that.
yes, it might not be called that, but
Yeah.
men get depressed as well.
Wait, okay, can I jump in there?
right.
How many times a year do you get depressed? Like 3 times after paying school
Every time I
fees?
don't have money.
That is our postpartum depression. We go through it too. What you talking about?
I'm like, give me some money.
I believe that depression for a lot of
You
men
wouldn't know.
comes
You wouldn't know.
with monetary needs.
Yeah,
However, depression is not depression if you think it's money.
Oh.
You don't have money. Yes. So when you see someone that tells you that they're depressed, ask them, do you have money? Do you have money to do what you want to do? No,
Well,
hold on.
well,
I'll
the
tell you
answer
why.
could be no.
Do you? No.
Yes.
Give them money. They won't be depressed.
Okay, but it's a depression.
wait,
Now,
wait,
let me tell you something. Somebody that tells you that you know that this person is a billionaire, and the person tells you that
That's
they're depressed.
temporary
You need to attend to that.
no, so-
that's
have you
temporary
seen people?
depression.
Have you seen people who have money
And
and
depressed.
they want to kill themselves?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
that
layer of
happens.
depression.
That is another layer of depression.
Exactly.
That
So
is real
depression comes in
depression.
many
Wait,
ways.
My brother,
Wait,
depression
wait.
of money is
Wait,
not depression.
depression is
You are
like-
hungry, you
Wait,
need money.
wait.
Sometimes only
Dek,
you.
Dek, depression has different faces in different countries.
I'm telling
It
you.
does.
In Nigeria,
The Nigerian depression is very unique.
Sapa pressure.
Okay. Let's move on now. Very interesting stories here. I'm hoping that we can finish all of them before we get to our main topic. Real quick, this one says, tells a story about a young lady in her 100 level who meets a guy of very modest means, who helps out other students and makes a little bit of money. However, he was poor. And she tells about her roommate always insulting her and her boyfriend about how poor he was. Goes to the extent of her losing her phone and him bringing an alternative Android phone.
Oh, I read that one.
For you heard that one?
I read that one.
Yeah. And eventually she had to buckle to what her friend was saying. I'm going to leave this guy because he's too poor. And then he left him.
peer pressure.
And then she gets an invitation.
Peer pressure.
She gets an invitation for his marriage only
And then there's
recently.
the friend.
And he is getting married to that same friend that said, leave this poor guy. And then at the end, she sends a very clear message to, what's her name? She says, he told the school he was married. That's to get her outside the country. They're not even married. Got her outside the country, and now they're getting married. And then she goes on to say, Nneka, if you get to see this, God will give you what you deserve. Please,
Wait,
curse
I don't
on
get
you.
it.
What?
Like, is she blaming the friend?
Yeah,
She's blaming the friend,
practically.
obviously.
So she's
Practically.
blaming the friend for listening to the friend's advice.
Yes, she's
Exactly.
blaming the friend for giving her
So-
such advice, which she listened to eventually.
She's just doing transfer of aggression.
But
No. So the thing is this. I think majority of us guys, while we're much younger, we had situations like this, whereby girls will leave you for guys who are way more comfortable, and guys they feel are there for them, way more mature than.
Well, I mean,
all
they
of
don't
them.
move. You look like one of the sugar daddies actually stole a friend's girlfriend. Now that I think about it, these are the.
I've been nice today. Okay, so
You don't have any stories today where he was an accomplice?
Oh, please, I beg
No,
you.
I
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I broke your train of thought. Sorry about that. Go on.
So my point is this, Martino, you advise me a lot. I don't listen to you. A lot. I'm like,
coming
I
out,
don't listen
it's
to
coming
you.
out.
I'm like, oh, I've heard you. So for me, I think she should just own it. She made the wrong choice by walking away. But guess what? It's also possible if she had stayed with the guy might not
have turned out this way. The same
successful
way.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
very true.
And for the friend who was giving the advice, it's possible that she had it wrong when she gave the advice. And later she discovered, this guy is not bad though. And she took a shot. So for me, I don't really see anything wrong. I only see that she listened to some other person's advice. So it's like someone saying, oh, this guy is ugly, this guy is ugly. Can't she see Beyonce and
Exactly. Oh.
Look, for me,
shots fired.
the thing is, she wasn't clear what she wanted. So it's that simple.
Nah.
That's it.
No, that's
I was
not.
just
That's
about
not
to
me.
s-
There,
I was
there's no
just-
story about
Kunle,
this.
I was about to say
There's
now
no story.
that-
So you see a guy. So that's the point. You see a guy who cares about you, and then because somebody says, "Oh, he's poor," this and that, blah 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 blah, and then you're looking out. So it's let's call it what? It's long
My
throat.
brother, you know what?
Oh,
My brother,
Thank
you know
you.
what?
That's
you know
not.
what came to
That's
my
not
mind?
means words.
Hollywood.
Exactly.
Like, what are you saying?
The
You
thought
know-
of I deserve something better, I
That's
can
it.
get something better.
And you lost out.
Look,
Leave
yeah,
it.
and then it's also the story of the grass is always greener on the other
the other
side.
On the other
side.
side, yes.
So you forget that you have to wet the grass on your side to get it to be greener. So you have someone who doesn't have money and already showing you signs of care,
Potential.
That's
love.
it.
You know,
That's
the
it.
potential is
Nurture.
strong.
Nurture is the word.
So what else are you looking for? So yeah, you had long throat.
This,
Wow.
this is,
Man,
this is a
you've
lesson
come a
to,
long way,
this is a
man.
lesson to a lot of young women
This
out
is why
there.
we keep it quiet.
You come a long way, man. You grown. You're grown, man.
Oh my goodness.
I remember you. Tell you what we're gonna do. Let's take a very short break. We've got one more quick fire before our main topic. Let's replenish our glasses, and we'll be back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back to the Black Table. A lot happens when the cameras are not on.
Yeah. Freaky
All
stuff.
right. First off, wanted to start by saying congratulations to Nora Ali. Nora Ali's from the Netherlands. She's a female biker who is riding the length of Africa,
yeah.
starting in Morocco
Itchy
and
Boots.
currently in
Netherlands?
Itchy Boots,
Itchy
exactly.
Boots.
Netherlands?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you going?
She's currently in Nigeria. Now, I followed her for the past 1 year since
Yes,
she's
I've
gone
been
through
following her as
Morocco, and you know she took a break to go to India and then come back to
Yes.
Nigeria, come back to Africa. Started from Cotonou and now is in Nigeria. Now, there is a very interesting and famous at this point clip on Instagram that has gone viral on Twitter and has also attracted the attention of the authorities, of two policemen, maybe three, who actually stopped her on her journey and requested indecently for money. Now, there are many ways to look at this. If you see the video, it was very interesting to actually see that there were many other checkpoints she had passed, and she had actually made encounters with Nigerian police, and they were very friendly. However, the one that actually broke the camel's back was this one checkpoint where these two elderly policemen, it would seem, in a friendly manner, asked her for money. Give me money.
Something.
Give me, no, they didn't give me money.
Yes.
Even with the gesture.
Initially asked
And that has just taken over
for her
Instagram.
to give
Instagram,
me
rather.
something.
Give me
After
something,
which, you know, he then went further to say,
Give me
give
money.
me money.
Give me money.
Give me money. Give me money. No, okay, so on behalf of the Nigerian Police Force, I would like to say not all policemen are unruly. Not all policemen, not all policemen are like that. And I'll tell you why. If you will notice, those two police officers are actually not regular police officers.
Constables.
They are constabularies. Now, the constabularies are, it's
Like very local.
it's a part of the Nigerian police force for locals.
Yeah.
And you would notice that they're not particularly
Enlightened,
literate, so to
yeah.
speak, you know. So I'm sure they were just joking around. Now, of course, that gives the police a bad image and all of that. But then again, they just, I mean, they're just community police, basically. And, you know, they were just having a good time. And the lady was obviously white, you know, they were just having fun, having a good time with them. This is not to make excuses for them. What they did was absolutely, was absolutely unprofessional and, you know,
Why did you look
uncalled
my
for.
face?
No, I'm not, I wouldn't, I mean, these are my people, so I will not, you know, say anything
they're your
like
people,
that.
huh?
Oh, of course. No.
Okay, I forgot. I
He's a policeman. Okay. That explains that. That explains.
Oh, okay, you get it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but not that we're done with that PSA.
But seriously, yeah. If they had the uniform on, then it says a whole lot about the Nigerian police. And I personally have encountered many situations, many of these situations.
However,
however,
they are actually undergoing serious scrutiny as we speak. In
Yeah,
fact,
those-
they are definitely facing disciplinary
but
actions right now.
we, based on the nature of what we do for a living, I move very late at night and I move very early in the morning. And I can tell you that on a regular, I encounter series of funny situations. And it's so bad that sometimes I'm trying to figure out why they act like that. You're trying to understand why, you know, you have to go through the same thing all the time. I come through this road to get to my destination
On a
every single
regular.
day. So why would you stop me to ask me for the same thing over and over again? And at the tail
Short-term
end of
memory.
it all, you're asking me for money. Or God, what we go do for this weekend? Or God, I like as you
So
dey
for
look
me,
cool.
the clip
So I mean,
especially-
it's just ridiculous.
The clip especially exposes Nigeria to the international world because this lady had traveled across the world, not one single instance involving authorities or unruly authorities. Why
Why is it Nigeria?
is it Nigeria?
It's a
And
bitter- it's a
to
bitter
be honest,
But she was
once
harassed.
she
It's a
crossed-
bitter
She was
once
also
she-
harassed in
once
the
she
Benin
crossed
Republic. I hope you know
into-
that.
I didn't see that one. I've seen every video.
She was harassed.
No, she wasn't. She had a camera taken from her
Yes.
for security reasons. And after it was seen that she was just a tourist, it was given back to her. They were doing their jobs.
Okay.
They were a bit high-handed, but they were doing their jobs in Cotonou. Was it
Probably to
Cotonou?
Benin.
Was it in
Togo.
Togo? It was in Togo. But once she crossed into Nigeria, my heart sank. Even I, as a Nigerian, let me rephrase, I, as a Nigerian biker, I knew what she was going to face. I knew we were
knew
going to
what
have
was gonna
instances
happen.
on video.
But then is it-
I
is it-
knew we were going to have this come.
Is it just a police thing or a general
the
thing?
Nigerian orientation
'cause,
generally.
I mean, I hate to say this, and I might be put on the spot for saying this. This whole thing about anything for me is a
Let's
cliche
talk about
now
that culture.
It's just
So
it
I'm
drives
coming.
me crazy.
We're both coming from an event together, and
Yeah.
just as I'm walking out, the bouncer is like, "Anything, happy weekend, anything
Oh
for the
yeah,
boys."
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
So
yeah.
that's
so
the
bad that
culture
you
No,
get
no,
that
but
in-
Mazino, I have to pay my
outside
way
the
out.
country
I have to pay
now.
my way out of that event, by the way.
Anything for your boys, yeah.
Yes.
So guys,
they
No,
were
no, I wanna hear- I wanna
lined
hear
up.
on this. Cool.
No, it's a question actually because it's everywhere now. You go out, you go to parties, you go to right from the airport. You know, you travel, you're coming back. Oh, I don't like I said. I'm going to be put ahead. You know the process. You know the guys you're going to meet. Anyway, I have a trick. I always just smile through. But oh God, big green. Oh boy, anything for me. Oh God, nothing for you.
So it's a culture which we must
Okay.
expunge.
okay, so the thing is this.
Boy, it's
You
ridiculous.
guys will say the government paid me. And God knows that the government did not pay me. But I'm going to be
You
honest.
sure
with
sound
Are you
like
sure?
one?
No, hold on, guys.
Real quick.
Let us talk about this. Let us look at it within ourselves. The Minister of Interior has been working very hard. You do know he came out and said that he actually visited the airport by himself, caught somebody doing what you are talking about, and, they moved that person away from that place immediately. These things will not change in one day. Let's leave that aside. You and I know that the Nigerian police force has, they have been all hands on deck on everybody, of course, on, the police force as well, making sure that they're sieving out all the bad eggs. Look, do you tip in Nigeria?
Do we tip?
Yes, do
Yes.
you tip?
I
People
tried
tip.
to.
No.
It's
Let's
a-
be realistic.
okay,
Do you-
exactly.
Is it a
It's in the
culture that is
context.
accepted in Nigeria?
Yes.
We don't
Tipping.
tip. We have
Yes,
to
now.
be accepted it.
Do you tip?
Of
I'm
course.
asking.
Yeah, but
Do you
as we
tip?
do now.
If you don't tip, what's all this?
Oh, no, no.
organic-
So
what-
definition
what do
by
we call that? What do we
wait.
call that?
So what you
tipping-
call that is tipping.
Yes.
That is the tipping culture. However, the tipping culture in Nigeria does not allow people
Let me
to
define.
tip
Let me
without
help him.
asking.
Let me help
You
him.
ask before you are tipped.
So in Nigeria, you tip
that's
if you're
the thing.
change.
Nah.
In Nigeria, you're
So
like, if there's
it's
any
the same
change,
thing
say,
you
keep
do
it.
in Canada. In America, you know, the only thing is they don't ask you.
Deck. For
You
me,
understand what I'm saying?
for me, when I tip someone, it's because I've enjoyed the service I've received, and I feel, okay, you know, you've done a beautiful, job.
It's voluntary.
And, you know,
It's not meant to be mandatory.
It's just me
You don't
trying
need
to
to
say thank you
hassle
for being
me.
excellent.
Well-
and if you're being excellent at it, you don't have to actually ask
So,
for
they,
it.
so
it's
they're
different when you talk
they're not
about
heckling
this.
you, but they're trying to
We'll get back to
cajole
that.
you.
Yeah, we'll
to
get back
give
to
them
that. But I'll
something.
have you guys know that the tipping culture actually takes into account a specific percent of what you have just spent, and that's what you're supposed to tip with. What we do in Nigeria is keep the change. We don't tip. Tipping, I think it's about whether it's 5% or so. You're supposed to calculate everything you spent and tip with that exact percentage. That's tipping.
That's tipping,
That's
just the
tipping.
tip.
Which
Keep
is
the
practiced
change is
in
not.
the US.
Keep the change is not.
For
tipping.
me, it's going to be a
Alright,
culture because
just
I won't
the
go
tip.
to, I won't go to
It's
New York,
just
for
the
instance,
tip.
and then I eat, and then somebody's waiting on me like,
Oh no, there's
yo,
always
the
a
tip.
piece.
And
There's
I'm
always
like, what the heck?
It's suggested
why,
to you.
why should I tip you?
It's
I don't-
actually
But
suggested
he's
to you.
greeting you now, bros.
No,
Have a great
in
weekend,
restaurants
sir.
outside of the country, it's actually suggested to you how much you tip.
I know.
You
You
can
You
tip.
can tip or
if you
not.
want to, but it's suggested that you actually do
And
tip.
sometimes
And
the
then you
people
don't
who
tip
reject the
as
tip.
Someone
Yeah,
says
people
you're
reject
Let's
the
move on
tip,
to our
like,
main
okay,
topic,
you know what?
guys. Let's move on to our main topic. Not a head turner, but it's very relevant currently. Apparently, there seems to be some argument out there on certain platforms that ladies of nowadays, or maybe just ladies generally, have the penchant to want bad boys and not the rich guys. And I'm thinking,
Wait, take that again. They
Yes.
want bad boys and not the
Yes.
rich guys. Is that true?
So-
bad
so-
boys
that
are more
true?
How many
interesting.
ladies
No,
want
no, no,
bad
no.
boys? It was bad boys.
Come on now. Should you even be saying that?
No, yeah, I think we should define what bad boy. What is? I don't understand. Bad boy. That's what?
Okay, so
Zeno,
I
Zeno,
think
who's
this
the
whole-
bad boy?
this whole
Who's the
thing-
bad
Who's a
boy?
bad boy? Zeno, who's
Zeno, who is the bad boy?
Olamide is about to tell us. Bad
Oh, I'm telling you, Olamide is a bad
I
boy.
wasn't going to define who a bad boy is. I was going to talk about how this has come about.
Okay.
Of course, we all know Davido's, Israel,
Okay.
that works with Davido, and the situation around his wife, and or should I say, his estranged wife, and what we've heard on social media and in the public, and everyone seems to see Israel as a good guy. A guy who seems to have his
I like
head
where
over
this
his
is going.
shoulder. Someone who seems to, is working for a living. People have called him out for all sorts of things, but
Right.
I mean, the guy's doing his job. And a lot of people have suggested that the wife is a bit bored of him. And
Oh,
that's,
really?
yeah, that, he's a good boy. He is there.
So she'd
He's a-
rather a bad
yeah,
somebody
and that's
who
why
gives her
that's
something
why
to-
that's why in my past I also questioned the same thing. Okay, I wasn't rich then, but my point
But
is
you were a
that
bad boy.
no, I was a lover
are
boy.
a
I was a
bad
good boy.
boy.
I was a
But
really good boy.
You got your heart broken many times.
It wasn't broken. It was,
Smashed.
stabbed.
Oh.
Smash. Yes, smash is the right word. And I thought I was doing everything the right way. And at the end of it all, I realized that the den, thought I was too soft.
Oh.
She thought I was a good boy. She thought, I wasn't strong enough for her. And a lot of times, different guys have gone through this, whereby, the girl thinks, oh, this boy is soft. He cannot undo me or whatever. So that's where that comes from. So I think women prefer bad boys. I think girls prefer bad boys. I think women have gone through several experiences to know the difference between, what they want and what they deserve.
I mean, I put it to you that no woman wants a bad boy that doesn't have money.
Exactly.
So
but
they
no,
want
I
a
can
rich
tell you
bad
that-
boy.
wait.
Thank you.
A rich bad boy.
You must have money in your pocket. If you like be bad in your village. They want a guy that can do something. That can. Okay, you're a bad boy, yes, but you're a bad boy.
Who
You're giving me
nothing do
money.
something,
Bad
no.
boy.
Yes, you're a bad boy. Which one is? I'm a bad boy. You're packing jeans.
Oh, maybe we really need to define what this bad boy thing means.
Oh yeah.
I think the main thing is actually getting down to the bottom of what exactly they. I don't like the word bad boy.
My brother,
if
let me
you ask
bust your mind. So apparently this whole conversation is about Davido and of course Chioma, about the fact that, you know, David has, you know, a couple of kids
That's
from
your
different
definition.
people and everything. I mean,
No,
I'm
no,
just
I
saying
mean-
that
I mean,
a
yeah.
couple of people have, you know, incited one or two few things about this particular issue. However, David has money, right? Davido has money, all right? And let's forget about whatever it is anybody says. I can tell you for a fact that David loves his wife like crazy.
I feel so too.
See, forget say
I
the
feel
boy
so
they do
too.
anything where they do.
People
People they
feel
run
so
things,
too.
normal.
Oh.
But one thing I want you to understand is that Chioma will always be home for Davido.
Why?
I feel
because
so
he
too.
provides.
And I'm
for
not
her.
trying to be
No, no,
patriarchal
no, no,
here.
no, no, not because he
in
provides
my-
for
my-
her.
I'm coming. Is it because Davido
Yeah.
provides for her, so that makes it okay?
So
if
let
he
me
wants
ask
to
you a
run
question.
things
Wait, hold
outside?
on. When
No,
they broke
no.
up,
But he
was
was
he
speaking
providing
more
for her?
from the
Oh, he
perspective
must
of
have.
Davido,
No.
not
Oh,
Chioma.
how do you know that?
Of course, he must have.
Did you know that? I mean, it was said on social media. Obviously, all of these things, we don't know them personally, but we heard everything from social media. It was also said that she was actually seeing someone else. The person who she was seeing was also a baller. Yes. So you can't
Hearsay,
say
though.
that.
We can't confirm
We,
that.
I
Maybe
can confirm it.
Davido
It's
was a
unconfirmed,
better
obviously,
baller.
but this is just gist. But I'm saying to you that whether or not it's true, the guy get money. So whether or not he's a bad boy, is he the only one? Look at Two-Face. Two-Face had how many children with different people? He's still with his wife today. He's a bad boy. In quotes.
And he's got money.
And he has money.
No, no. At
Do you
this,
understand what
at
I'm
this
saying?
point,
Leave that
Two-Face,
one,
Two-Face is a
let's-
victim.
It's a bit too extreme. Is that what you were going to
He's a
say?
victim of his, charm, his good looks, and all the
Victim.
things that
Let's
come
be-
with it.
Okay,
The
okay.
fame.
You guys are
Really?
talking about everybody and all of that. Let's give another very interesting example of somebody that you will think that okay, he's a good guy. Is this D'banj? D'banj has just
Oh,
one wife.
no.
Wait, God,
I
calm
know.
down.
I
Calm
know
down.
D'banj. D'banj.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, sorry. Take that back. I take that
No,
back.
say you know D'banj.
no. But-
You they
but-
follow and go everywhere when they
No,
go.
no. But, see, I've known
I'm
D'banj.
not saying that D'banj is a bad person. I'm just saying
Let's,
that
I'm
he's
actually
a
very
man.
curious to what
All
Kule
right,
is about to
D'banj
say.
has never been a good boy. Oh.
You see how- you see how-
And if he's watching this,
You
and he
see
sees
how-
me, he can attest to it because I know.
D'banj is
Okay,
that
okay,
kind of guy.
You guys
understand?
want to hear the story. He was very interested in D'banj's girlfriend while we were in school.
Oh, please.
Thank
Come
you for this
on.
gist. This is a fact.
Thank
This
you
is
for
a
this
fact.
Come, oh, that's a bloody
you
lie.
were now.
That's
This
a bloody
gist.
lie. That's
You
a
were.
bloody
What was
lie.
the name again?
I'm not going to say anything. this is blackmail.
This is not
putting
blackmail.
me on this. Why do you enjoy putting me
But
on
this
the spot
happened
every
now.
time?
It happened.
Well, yes, I
It
used
happened.
to. No, not that it happened.
He had
No,
the biggest crush on
there
her.
is. Oh God.
And of course,
Wait. So
D'banj
this
Kule.
is for
D'banj
real.
Kule.
Wait, this is for real.
Yes, Lasso.
Okay.
Please. This should be on the news tomorrow morning. This should be on the news tomorrow. Are you serious? So you had a crush on D'banj's girlfriend?
He's never
Okay,
lived,
so
he's never
it's
lived
a
that.
long time ago.
Yeah.
But it happened.
It did.
Something close to
The
it.
headline should be Kunle Aswama had a crush on D'banj's
Can we
girlfriend.
skip this topic now? and change
You
to
walked
something
into
else?
it. You're the one. You.
But
No.
wait,
I think we need to go
at
down
this
the
point in
Bible.
time, just claim victim.
Okay, I claim victim.
Let's end it.
That
We move
solves
on.
everything. Welcome back to the Black Table. Let's take your messages. Thank you very much for using the hashtag the Black Table on TVC. John here says, why will you go to a man's house without the intention of sleeping with him? You the wine?
The wine.
This was not us. Jola is a girl's name, yeah? So I'm thinking that this is from one girl to another. So good question there. Why would you go there if you don't have intentions of perhaps maybe sleeping? And then what happens when he now finally requests?
I mean, let's just say the fact. Should be told. You don't go to a man's house, just like he said, I'm not prepared for the worst. You know, expect the unexpected. So that's it. No two ways about it.
Okay, we
I
got more.
believe if you go to a man's house, you have gotten to a place where you trust the person.
Exactly. Exactly. So even if
Yeah,
nothing's going to happen,
that's actually very
yes, even
what
if
I think.
very
nothing's going to
logical
happen,
way to look at
Yes.
it. You trust the person
You
that
trust
well
the person
that you.
well
I'm going to
be
come
able
over.
to even go to the person's place. Because
Truth be told.
let's not even talk about the sexuality or the intimacy or what have you.
yeah, I mean,
Let's even
with the
talk-
whole thing about
Let's talk about
ritualists,
let's talk about your person. You know, let's talk about the fact that your safety is even in the person's hands. What if
Absolutely.
okay, look at this girl. You know, may God rest her soul. this girl that was chopped in a guy's house.
Yeah, but
Do you understand what
so-called
I'm saying?
boyfriend.
By her boyfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, her life was literally in
In
his
the guy's hands, yeah.
And he literally chopped the life.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Very
So,
sad instance.
It's very sad.
At Shire, this man just ruined his entire career because of 15 minutes enjoyment. Jehovah. Oh, referencing the
pilot, I
pilot
suppose.
here. I don't know how much that's going to affect his career.
Well, it might.
but
It
they-
might.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
there's
Listen, once a woman comes
professional
to panel or
conduct.
something,
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
So for me, where he really got it wrong was picking up those special type of ladies, and then they recorded him and all of that. In regards to the other situation, it's hearsay. You say, I say.
I think,
no
I'm
one
so
can
sorry,
really
but I think
hold
the
him.
guy was very unwise.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not
I'll tell
supporting
you
the
also
guy.
why.
Oh,
I think
It's not even
it's
about what you're
addicted.
saying.
It's got serious
If you
case
listen
of
to some
addiction.
of the voice note, this guy kept talking about the fact that I'm a pilot, I'm this, I'm that. You are
He
talking
seemed
about
very
like,
comfortable
dude,
that he has been in
you
these
are-
instances
like,
many
you-
times.
like,
Yeah.
He kept talking about the fact that
Let's
I'm a
just say he
pilot,
needs
I'm going
help.
to fly, I'm going to like, dude.
so
You're probably not going to fly in
I
Nigeria
want to
again.
play. I want to play devil's advocate.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Women generally around the world are attracted to successful men,
Yes.
and a lot of times,
Yes.
some women want to eat their cake and still have it.
I agree.
Yes.
This
that
guy
also
is
happens.
wrong for making certain moves.
Demands.
However, because some of the instances being brought out, they literally just followed him into his den. It makes it very difficult.
I think the guy
I
he didn't
do
manage
believe
it
that when a
properly.
woman says no, no is no.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, please, women,
Absolutely.
do not put yourself
Don't
in
say
those situations.
come. This is black table. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
No, yeah.
Don't say absolutely just
Yes.
because we want to look good on camera. I'll
Just say-
attack you.
you see,
I'll attack you.
let me tell you
Why
something.
are you out for
personal.
everybody?
And
today?
it's black
No,
people.
Kule, let me
It's
tell you
out
something.
for you, out for you,
I
and out for
told you,
It's not
I
about
told you
us.
this. I told you at the beginning of the show that I'm too proud to even beg.
No,
You
just a
understand?
tip.
My brother, I would say, you say no, that's fine. You can go. I don't have a problem with
It's
it.
not about you. You got more messages.
just what I'm
Avroli
saying.
here says, is this hijabite's brain in her bum? I'm just asking because she can't really be thinking she's still a virgin. I'm going to continue.
Thank you.
Gogolet says, I feel societal pressure.
Societal.
Oh, societal pressure.
What happened to you?
You need to
Societal
wipe your
pressure.
glasses, man.
It's
So much adventure.
you don't let things go, do you? I feel societal pressure is what is making some women even think of getting married and having children. Point, however, that is actually not a bad point to make there. Continuous, this is a so here says, motherhood can be overwhelming. A massive shout out to all the ladies out there who are mothers. Yes, and we're also praising all the mothers out there as well, because you guys absolutely try. It's not easy. Yamagata, interesting name. What is the basis of recruitment in the Nigerian police force? Because this is first-hand embarrassment. But I think Dek already explained mostly what that was all about. Especially the status of those police guys, constabularies, where what they are, and basically let's just simplify it into saying that they're community police.
Exactly.
Outlook.com, thank you very much for always sending in a message. He says, it's the entitlement mentality for me. The police will find reasons to delay you and rip you of your hard-earned money. It's ludicrous. I will say this, however. There's a certain way you approach the Nigerian police that assures you at least an 80% chance of, an ordinary experience
let me
without
say
events,
this,
an eventless experience.
Let me say this. The biggest weapon the police, and yes, they know this, so I'm not going to be afraid to say it. The biggest weapon a policeman would use on you is psychology.
Yeah, true.
They
Bully.
profile, not bullying per se, they profile you,
Exactly.
and then they address you based on what they perceive you as.
Exactly.
So,
I wanted to just say, this guy had his hair dreaded only just recently. And the first thing that came to my mind was how he was going to be going through police checkpoints.
no,
Let's take a look
funny
at-
enough,
I'm going to
funny
just
enough.
lick
Yeah,
my
you
wallet
know
with
what?
some
Funny.
change.
That's what I'm going to about psychology. Funny enough, it doesn't matter if it's got dreads. It's about candor, how you carry yourself,
Yeah.
how you present yourself,
Your demeanor.
and all of that.
Yes.
So you could be on dreads and everything, and then the way you speak, there's going to be a way. if you look at the advertising industry, yeah, that's a typical creative guy
Yeah,
right there.
very true.
So
Creative.
Thank
you, Kole.
hey, I'm
Thank
beginning
you.
to praise this
God
man.
bless you.
You see, the truth is this, Kole. You see, the truth is this. A lot of the time, when you see a lot of people who complain about the police, you see, what you must understand is that these people are respectable people who are, saddled with responsibility of protecting lives and property.
Wait, are we talking about police
Now,
in,
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
in Nigeria or some other country?
Wait now. Wait. I'm not saying that we don't have bad eggs. I'm just saying a regular police officer, you meet with a regular police officer, like you said, the way you carry yourself.
The
matters
first
a
thing
lot.
you say,
Good evening, good afternoon.
hello officer, good afternoon, how
What
can I help you?
How can I help you? What
No
can I do
matter
for
how
you?
crazy
You
it is, it's going
actually
to
say
calm
anything?
down.
You will
You
greet
would have to
them.
calm-
You
you
will
have to
greet
greet
them.
them.
No, you're right though.
You have
because
to
something
respect
happened-
them.
Something
If you
happened
respect them, they
just
will
some days
reciprocate.
ago.
Yes, that's
the
when I
truth.
say,
I was told by a
Oga
police
now.
officer.
They just
Yes,
change
our
it
guy, we are
straight.
working for you.
Where
You
is
know
the
the
good
fine
enough?
people.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
Deck, I think I agree.
So what's the
I
best?
agree
What's the
with that.
best? What's the
You
best?
know, the first thing I did when the guy came to my window, I just and I stretch out my hands
Oh, no.
and he shake.
That's
Hey,
it.
Wait,
No.
wait, man.
I'm telling you,
I
that's
shake,
it.
And he smiled, and I'm
He
like,
will smile.
how's it going?
You.
And he goes like, we do, how far? I said,
That's
He said,
it.
You have already
pressed?" I
brought
said, yeah.
down-
He said, okay,
You have
okay,
brought
Yes.
down the pressure.
I'm telling you, because
He-
I just realized that
everything
the fact
comes
that
down.
I stretch out my hands to shake him,
They are very,
Whatever
I tell you,
intentions he
since
had.
I've
Okay,
known
okay,
this,
you know,
I
it
was
just
Calms
went down.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but Olamide, do not shake a Nigerian police next time. It is
Why?
actually not. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
well,
Anything could
well,
be exchanged.
Yes, that's
You're actually not supposed
that.
to.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
I
touch
guess,
it.
I guess I
Don't touch
understand where it's coming from. Like,
I agree.
the gesture,
Yeah.
how
agree.
you
Just
approach
don't touch
them and
him.
all.
No contact.
I
Good
agree.
afternoon,
But you
sir.
can
I
just
think
say good
that's
afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
And, have
Goes
a
out
good
to
day.
you-
With a
to you guys
smile,
out there as
with a
well.
smile.
Lesson learned.
Well, listen, yeah. I know
all-
there's plenty.
is
I
that all
can't
the
read all the
comments?
messages, unfortunately. But in any case, thank you for sending them in. Perhaps maybe we'll respond to them. But we have almost come to the end of the show, but we can't finish without you giving us the tip for today. Just a tip, please.
Just a tip.
Yeah.
Why are you
Not the entire
emphasizing just a
shaft.
tip?
Don't go and do
God,
Jabba.
this guy
it's,
is just.
uh,
We need to
tip.
give you guys some space. Sharp.
Just a tip. A tip.
All right, guys. All right, if you're a lady out there, you're trying to go to someone's house, make sure that you trust them. And of course, you know the kind of person they are. All right? And please do not forget that the police is your friend. It is important to know that the
Is
police
this man
is
a
your
police
friend. All right? No matter what it is, there would always be bad eggs everywhere. There are people who are not doing well, even in government. Doesn't mean that they're all bad. All right? Thank you so much. Make sure you have a great weekend.
Do I also get the tip?
Espisa.
No,
That's- that's
you
okay,
put
the tip.
everything last week.
I would like to say thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Mr. Jean-Luc. Thank you very much, Elera.
Call me my name for once. I'll call your nickname. I'll call your nickname.
So it's Elero Olokpa.
We've got a good day yesterday. Well, in any case, thank you for joining us. And make sure that you do so again next week. You might catch a rerun of this on YouTube. If you have the notification button smashed on, then you'll get this when it hits YouTube. If not, you better go back there and make sure that it is switched on already. Thank you once again. We'll catch you guys next week. It's good night from us, or is it good morning?